Hey Roughnecks, thanks for watching and listening to Unnecessary Roughness all month. We have the best moments of October right now. I have no idea what's on it. I can imagine Brandon gets mad a lot. Hope you enjoy. Like, subscribe, share, and thanks again for watching and supporting. We love you guys.
Personally, with me, I don't want to be number one in the poll.
Really?
I would rather us all year just stay number two. And then because we can just use it as motivation, being like, hey, the media doesn't look at us like we're top tier. Us stay at two, and then it comes down to the playoff, and then we're still number two and win the championship. Then win. Then we're number one.
I'm so jealous of
the only time I care about being number one is the last game of the year, and it's all said and done. We could be 4-3 the whole year. I don't care as long as we're.
What would you give?
That is
the
crazy.
percentage chance that you win the national championship
right now? I mean, I'm confident. So
yeah, percentage.
October the 4th. What's your percentage?
For me, if Bryce comes back healthy.
Yeah, Bryce.
Yeah.
Let's just say Bryce is healthy. There's no shoulder issues.
But don't worry, it doesn't matter about this weekend, just as you said.
If we win, I give us 95% chance.
Holy shit!
That's unreal,
dude.
95%
chance that you win that
championship.
Okay.
In my personal feeling,
no, it's his opinion. We wanted.
I know. I love this.
I know this will be. This is. I don't think it's a hot take.
It's a hot take.
If we stay healthy and everything does, I don't think that people can run with us.
Okay,
so
all right.
You give. Let's just hypothetically say that because Ohio State and Michigan are going to play each other, and obviously Alabama and Georgia right now is who we think will end up in the SEC championship. But let's just say the top four is right now is what it is. You give Ohio State, Georgia, and Michigan only a combined a 5% chance they could beat you.
Well, the way that I'm looking at it is if you're equating all teams, then the percentage is probably lower. But like confidence level in my team is more where I'm coming from is in confidence level.
Talking to the guys on the team this weekend and yesterday, the Oklahoma they played like physically wasn't the same team that they've played past years.
Interesting.
And it was
a good insight.
That is a good insight.
Just talking to some of the guys, and these guys that are started and played, and they were like, it kind of felt that they didn't care.
Interesting.
You know what? That's
an interesting.
That's an interesting, and that's going to piss Oklahoma fans off because Oklahoma fans said Venables was going to change the culture.
But I mean, a lot of how the plays, if you look at the game from Saturday, it was so like, wait a second, like TCU has a good offense, but they're making Oklahoma look like Tarleton State on defense.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say not care. I'd say it's just they just let up quicker than. I mean, I think they just kind of like let in.
Like they got punched in the face and they never recovered.
What was that year 2020 when they were down to Baylor by like 3 touchdowns and then they come back roaring? Because when we were up that much, I was like, okay, like they're gonna come back. Like,
well, it was 21-3, and then they scored that touchdown to make it 21-10. And I was like, uh-oh. Yeah. But every time they got within like 17 points, I was like, because it was the longest game ever, I was like, wait a second, they may be able to come back. Like the Oklahoma of old, but then TCU got the ball and they would score another touchdown.
You can't tell the story of Week 6 without starting with Alabama and A&M. You just can't. Can't be done.
No, and Brandon, the game ended probably 45 minutes ago to an hour. I don't know. Time is a vortex. I don't even know if that's the right word to use in this place. I still cannot fucking believe that was the play call at the end of the game. And I don't want to hear, Kellen Mond is on Twitter defending it, saying it worked in 2018. It worked earlier in the game, but it was a different defense they were looking at. I do not care. You have Devon Achane, who is an absolute monster running the ball, lined up right there. You have a million different plays you could run. And Jimbo actually called a pretty damn good offensive game, which shocked the hell out of me because it's not happened all year. And that's the play that you run. And not to mention, even if it would have been caught, it wasn't even in the end zone. And I know there was a potential pass interference. I get that. I know Jack's putting out the screenshots, all that. That should never have been the play call to beat the number one team in the country that gave the game to A&M. They did everything they possibly could.
mix in there. So number 5, Jacob Cowing, Arizona.
Well, he's active today, huh?
He's I just spit everywhere. He's
all right.
mad at me.
What happened?
Jacob
I don't
Cohen?
know.
Oh.
No.
He just
Start that rumor. Jacob Cowing kicked Kayce.
No, Brandon just looked over and he's active today because I just got punched
Yeah.
again. Ow!
Oh, just relax.
Okay, sorry.
Because I heard screaming, so I thought you were talking about Frank for a second.
he's-
Who's more active?
every time I look over here, Kayce's in a 10-round fight.
And it's like not super painful
And he
yet.
hasn't even
It's-
got to the age where he should be kicking you
You
that
know what
much
he's
yet.
mad about? Chase Brown.
Chase Brown.
Yeah.
I can't believe this.
He can't believe you put him as an honorable mention.
No, he shouldn't be this active. My doctor said he's very active, but he loves to make his presence known.
Oh, he's okay.
Oh.
Good for him.
Just like his mother.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
Thank you. Oh, here's a question for you, and
Oh
then
my
we'll move
God.
on. We'll move on because I know you were gone last week.
Sure. Yeah.
At games, at like high school games
Mm-hmm.
in Mississippi, do they sell pickles at the concession stands?
Yes.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
That was-
They'll all be in and they'll put
Yes.
it in a little napkin for you, and yeah. Mhm.
All right.
Yeah, we spent about 3 to 4 minutes talking about pickles last week, and Katie and I were shocked.
Did they do
by-
that?
Oh, you can buy a pickle. Yeah. Yeah.
We've,
Yeah.
You can buy. I'm almost certain you can buy Mississippi State games.
That's
a pickle,
But the
yeah.
best thing was I had people sending me photos like on Twitter, like tweeting at me like that they were at like games.
Oh,
holding
yeah.
pickles,
Good for them.
You'll see somebody walking around with usually just a napkin with a pickle sticking out. and-
Yeah,
Yeah, a little-
no,
well,
that.
we have sleeves in Texas.
Oh, you have sleeves? No, we
Yeah.
just have a white paper towel and just stick it down in there. And
All right.
Yeah.
Good.
When you
I
catch
didn't
me
need it.
dead.
It's so good.
huh? I don't like pickles, but I love the way they
I'm
taste.
kidding. What?
What?
I've told you guys
Yeah,
that
no, I know.
many times.
He
You
likes
don't
the
like
he likes
You
the
like, you like
flavors.
vinegar.
I hate pickles. I love the way they taste.
He likes the flavor. He doesn't like the consistency
Of
and
it.
the crunch
Right.
and the
The
skin.
look of
and-
it looking.
Here's
like
what
a-
I do. I take a bag of regular potato chips. I put in 3 chips, get the crunch going, chase it with the pickle. Pickle
all right.
chips. They're delicious.
They are. Ask him if he thinks Hendon Hooker is better than Quinn Ewers.
No. I'm not going to ask him that.
Okay.
I'm going to ask you. Is Hendon Hooker better than Bryce Young?
Oh, good call.
Currently,
Right now.
Yes.
In this game.
yes.
Hendon Hooker's a better football player than Bryce Young.
Yes.
Thoughts?
That's, I mean, 100% healthy Bryce is better than Hendon Hooker every day.
100% healthy Hendon Hooker, 100%
Every
healthy
day.
Bryce Young.
Every day.
Who's
better?
I will take Hendon 11 times out of 10.
If you were drafting these 2 rosters and they're all completely healthy, you're drafting Hendon Hooker
Yeah.
as the quarterback.
First overall.
Well, that's crazy. Thoughts?
I mean, it's Bryce. The correct answer is Bryce.
Well,
I mean, he showed it
he's
last
very
year.
confident.
He showed it. I mean, yeah, it's his quarterback. He's not going to go against his quarterback.
Also,
I
Most
would go
personal
against my
friend,
quarterback
don't forget
versus
that.
What
Bryce
about
Young.
what about the people that say Hendon
think most
Hooker
people would.
is a very talented player, but I mean he's 47th in the country in yards, he's 44th in touchdowns. His stats really don't match his hype so far. That's what people say. I'm just bringing that out of thin air. What do you think about that?
I mean, if we're going to go straight and line him up, like it's Bryce every day. It's much better. I mean, if we're going to go down the line, like this isn't a question. Bryce proved it last year. I understand if we're talking about not healthy Bryce, then like that's different. They're talking about an injured guy to a guy that's playing on the field every day. If it's 100% and you line them up straight on and go, you had a better chance to win the game with Bryce Young.
Thoughts?
We're going to line them up. I'd like to retract everything I've said previously. I think we're going to win by 10 points.
That's the energy.
Okay.
we
We're
need.
going to line them up,
That's
and
it.
we're going to find out.
We got it.
All right, you're fucking
It just-
playing Alabama, your biggest game in 2 decades.
Yep.
Okay,
We got it.
you're
Yep,
running through
I'm
the
back.
power team.
I'm back.
You're running through the
I'm
power
back.
team. Rocky Top, you'll always be home sweet home to me.
I'm back.
Rocky Top.
Woo!
Rocky Top, Tennessee.
I'm back.
That's the energy we
These
need.
motherfuckers been good 15 years. Somebody needs to take it from them, Big T.
Let's go fucking take it.
All right, and this weekend, before we go to Baton Rouge in Baton Rouge, before we have the show on Saturday, on Friday at 3:30 at LeBear's Baton Rouge, if you want to come out and meet the crew.
3:30 Central.
Don't you think I said if you're in Baton Rouge, they'll know what time it is?
I'm just making sure.
You know what that? I'm going to give Brandon a W there.
Damn.
If you're in Baton Rouge at 3:30,
Central.
that'll be 4:30 Eastern, 2:30 Mountain, 1:30 Pacific, just in case you are in Baton Rouge and going on Pacific time.
Oh, my God. That was funny.
For Ole Miss to have the second half that they did, it was disgusting.
They're not good. They're
I
not
know,
good.
but it was just like,
Their defense sucks. Their offense sucks. Lane Kiffin is ugly, and I just they're not.
Katie,
they're not-
Katie, boy, I was fighting with it was just him and Blattman because
You want to have this discussion?
Because then I got to the airport and I had Rudy and Jack McCarthy on my side. And I was like, I wish Katie was here. I said, Lane Kiffin is hot, which I know you texted me as well. Brandon thought I had said that like the troll living under the bridge in New York City was hot.
I'm an ugly man. Okay. I understand that. Been ugly my whole life. Lane Kiffin is not a hot dude. He's not hot. If Lane Kiffin worked at Home Depot and you went in there and you needed a saw, you wouldn't ask him where the saws were. He is not hot. Okay.
Katie, you got my back. And I feel like
he's not hot.
He's 100%
too.
Thank you.
I think he's hot. Like Marcus Freeman's overrated. I think Lane Kiffin.
Look how much face Lane Kiffin has. He's just got face falling out of face. He's not a good-looking guy.
Mike Leach is not a good-looking guy.
He's the perfect Southern-looking dad, DILF energy.
He's not even Southern.
I'm not saying that he's Southern, but he has the aura. He coaches Ole Miss. Also, guys don't know what girls find hot.
Oh, I know what hot is. No,
I don't think we do.
You wouldn't know if it smacked you in the face.
I know what hot is. Do y'all know what a hot girl is? Of course you do.
Well, it's much different.
That's
you think a girl think
guys have a very
this is crazy. Lane Kiffin is ugly.
No, Brandon, you're the only one saying you and David Blattman, okay? And Rudy brought up a great point. Rudy was like, if girls want to say that guys are hot that we don't think are hot, I'm going to roll with it because they clearly see something and that means I'm even hotter. Here's the thing. You just don't get it that if a hot girl walks up to you, it's because she's got a nice body. She's got big boobs. She might not even have a nice face, but you're going to say she's hot because she's got big boobs. That's not how we're seeing this.
If you had the chance to be commissioner of the entire college football and had the ability to change anything you could, what would you change? How would you ensure level recruiting? What kind of division realignment would you consider? That's just a ridiculous amount of questions.
I like it, though.
He was giving examples.
What would you
Expand
change?
the playoff would be number one. I mean, easily.
Yeah, but that is coming, so we know it's coming to a 12 team. I
think I would set up perfectly a role of relegation, set up everybody in conferences that are perfectly aligned, and also set it up so there's teams that can rise up. So if you're the UCFs and you're like, oh, we don't get a fair chance, okay, you have to go from the G5 now up to the Power 5 level 2, and then if you continue to win there, you go up to Power 5 level 1, and then you're in it. And you can also fall as well.
I would go a lot more micro than that. If I could change one thing in college football, I would get rid of the 15-yard and ejection targeting. I think players getting ejected for often incidental or accidental targeting is the dumbest thing we do in sports. There's no reason that should have an ejection tag to it. I've been watching bowl games before where seniors playing their last game accidentally hits a guy face-to-face or helmet-to-helmet, and they're not trying to do that. That's just the way circumstances happen, and now they miss the rest of that game. That's bullshit. Nobody watching, nobody participating in college football wants that rule.
I agree. I'll go bigger picture, and this is an impossible fix. But if I was the commissioner of the entire college football, I would say we're completely done with the NCAA's regulation over this sport. Yeah, I would be done with it.
Well, we're heading there anyway.
I would make my own entity.
She's a dictator.
So you're now the NCAA.
I would create my own version of the NCAA.
NCAA's.
Brandon. That's pretty good.
Have you seen Tennessee's uniforms?
Oh, they're
yes.
so sick.
They're so
I don't know.
fucking cool.
They look like
them.
candy corn.
I know, but it's Halloween.
Okay, yeah,
it's Halloween.
Yes. And candy corn stinks.
I'm going to put on the record, Tennessee's not losing.
Stop talking.
so
Stop
good.
talking.
I like it.
Candy corn is disgusting.
You're
my
wrong.
bad. Yeah, go.
Noah agrees.
No, thumbs down your opinion.
Oh.
That's ridiculous.
It tastes like rubber.
That's ridiculous.
Candy corn
Candy
tastes
corn
like
is delicious. It tastes like candy corn.
If candy corn
this is such a basic take by you. Everybody about 10 years ago, everybody said, "Oh, candy corn sucks."
No,
nobody grew up thinking candy corn stinks.
I can tell you right now, if I was to call my parents on the phone, which I'm not going to because I don't know what they would say on the phone. No. I'm telling you right now, they would tell you I refused to eat it as a kid too. And then people even tried to sneak in the chocolate one, the candy corn that has the chocolate part, because I love chocolate. I was like, no, this shit stinks. It's such a novelty candy that no one wants to eat it the rest of the year. If it's such a great candy, why aren't you eating it at Easter?
I've eaten
because it's candy
round.
corn. It's a fall food. It's a fall food.
Some
it's got fall colors.
No. The best Halloween candy is the candy that you would be happy to eat the entire year. Give me some Reese's Pieces.
No, there are some candies that you eat.
There's
There's those pecan logs that you get sometimes. I would never eat those, but Halloween, I get them in
If I said I want some candy in May and someone handed me a bag of candy corn, I'd throw it back.
Let me tell you something.
What's your favorite pie?
My favorite pumpkin.
Are you going to eat that in March?
Yes.
No, you're not.
No,
First
you're
of all,
not.
nobody's favorite pie is pumpkin.
Yes,
You're
it
lying.
is. I swear to
Nobody's
God.
favorite pie is pumpkin.
It is.
Pies are for Thanksgiving in the cold. Like,
No.
Pies can be any time of the year.
Any time
they
of the year.
can be. So can candy corn.
No, but
she just got you there.
Well, no, but I would
Let me
eat
tell
a
you
pumpkin
something.
pie.
If
at
Katie
any time
left
of the
here, if
year.
I gave Katie my wallet, said go to the candy store and bring back some candy, and she popped down a bag of candy corn, me and you both are eating that shit.
I can promise you I'm not. I actually do hate candy corn. Now
I could
make
go
fun
for
of
some
me.
candy corn right
Make
now.
fun of me all you want about my pumpkin pie take.
I think candy corn.
I hate it.
It's easy to
I
get
won't
candy
eat it.
corn wrong. There's some brands that are disgusting, but the good ones.
It's just a unique taste that you only taste like once
Like
or twice a
rubber.
year, but it's so good when you have it.
It tastes like a
It
condom.
melts in your mouth. What?
First of all,
You're using a condom
how do you know
wrong.
what
pause.
I don't. I wanted to see what Brandon did. I'll be honest. I don't think I've ever tasted a condom, but if I did, that's what candy corn would taste like.